Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today I'm playing a deck I've titled Boros Epic because I built it around big epic events like a Ronald Emerson Day After Tomorrow 2012 Independence Day level mass destruction movie. So I've got Planar Cleansing here, which with the cosmetic has this sweet animation. I've wanted to build a deck around this. The problem is there's so many good permanents in the world that Planar Cleansing blows up, including your own, and blowing up my own peeps is not exactly my jam. Somebody else's, you may know who, sound off in comments. And then we also have Star of Extinction, which is also very epic, very, deep impact, very Armageddon. And I wanted some permanents that survive these epic destruction things to give hope to humanity in the bleak times. And of course, Gideon. Gideon has indestructible on your turn, so it's a Gideon deck. You get out Gideon, and you blow up absolutely everything around Gideon. Rekindling Phoenix turns into an elemental, which is very vulnerable, but can come back if the opponent does not deal with it. And then the rest of the way, we've got a Deafening Clarion, we've got Pirate's Pillage, which is a bit of a key card to making the treasures so that we can cast these ahead of schedule, or just keeping our deck churning. Treasure Map does that job too. Thematic Compass can help us find lands and flip into a land so it does not get blown up by our epic spells. Gideon's Triumph, of course, hangs out with Gideon, and it's a pretty great card when for 2 mana you can make the opponent sacrifice 2 attackers, especially when they go after the Gideon. So I love the Triumph in the deck. It's also our out to indestructible creatures like Adanto Vanguard that can be a real pain in the butt. We have 4 Shocks because early tempo plays are important, and 1 Banefire because epic! Something else epic as a finisher. Sometimes our games can drag out, and our opponent's life total, maybe they take a hit or 2 from a Gideon or a Phoenix, but you might need to finish the job. And an uncounterable Banefire is up for the challenge. It was Chandra for a while, the big Chandra, the Awakened Inferno. But she dies. She dies to the epic spells. Didn't do it for me. I like things that don't die. Her emblems don't die, and maybe you want to give her another chance. I wouldn't blame you one bit. So I haven't tried tuning the deck for best of 3 in any way. I really don't think that we have a prayer against certain decks like the Kethis Hidden Hand deck, although I think our matchup against Esper Control and Escape Shift are both pretty good thanks to Star of Extinction, but we can't beat this deck in 100 years. So I'm not worried about best of 3 very much. Another card we can't beat in a million years, Nexus of Fate. Can't beat that card in a million years with this deck. But that's why it's best kept in the best of 1. I don't usually need an excuse to play best of 1. I really enjoy it, but we're going to. So as we dive into this video, thank you to my sponsors, CoolStuffInc.com, promo code CGB5 to get 5% off your order. And a thank you to Esports Gold. That's a lot of creature removal, but we're on the draw and our opponent could be a creature deck. It is best of 1. Creature decks are popular. We are on a redemption arc once again, 97%, trying to make our way back. Back, my friends. So, when your opponent opens with this, it used to be that this meant mono blue, and mono blue means like Curious Obsession, counter this. And I guess if that's the case, I should kill it now. Give myself some time. Because they always have Dive Down, they always have Spell Pierce. You never get to shock the thing when you want to. Here's another Storm Tamer. Dive Down doesn't protect you from Gideon's Triumph, so we're going to play the land and say go, and hope that the opponent is relying on Curious Obsession into Dive Down. And here's the Obsession. If they don't, we can still untap with a Banefire. Double Obsession. They're going to regret this. Do you think? Place your bets right now. Are they going to concede? Pause for effect. Nope, they're not done yet. Okay. Well, props to them. So I don't want to flood out too much. I know I have a Star of Extinction, but I have a lot of cards to ramp to it that I'd rather draw that have a value like Pirate's Pillage and Treasure Map. So I'm going to bottom the land. Opponent says go. Well, let's see if they can counter the birdie. It's a very tough one for Mono Blue to deal with. Our opponent gets tricky with it. That will hold the bird off for a second. You get an attack. Oh, you have another Curious Obsession. Okay. I don't know. This is interesting, right? If the opponent does something to move the Rekindling Phoenix, the Triumph could get the Trickster. But I think what we do is just double pressure. Oh, that's probably not good. I just thought I could double pressure it with the Banefire, but it's a 3/3. It's not a 2/2. I thought I could Banefire for 2 and then Triumph, but that's not going to work. Let's just go for another bird. Make the opponent figure out how to get through this. Essence Capture, sure. Now you still need to move this bird to get through. Opponent could have another Trickster. They have a Tempest Shin. Now, will they attack? Shouldn't do it. I'm going to block, of course. And now you lose your Trickster and your Curious Obsession. If you don't attack, all you lose is the Curious Obsession. Gideon is here. Seems nice. You can attack too. So let's go plus. Let's add Vigilance. And yeah, opponent says no more, please. All my Curious Obsessions are dead. Hand is fine. We don't have double white for Gideon, but we have the treasure map. We have no removal, which makes me very nervous. But we're a very removal-filled deck, and if we can flip this map on time, we can sweep up entire boards. So we're going to give it a try. Treasure map is a key card. You definitely want to see it early or a Pirate's Pillage so that you can bridge into your epic spells. Opponent will open on a Thornwood Falls. There's a Planar Cleansing. Here's my map. Opponent did not set up a turn 2 Teferi to bounce the map, although that is really annoying when the opponent bounces Teferi uses Teferi to bounce treasure map. And here's Growth Spiral. Is there white mana? Is it Scapeshift, the deck we're used to? Yeah, looks like it is. Okay. Well, this'll show Teferi what's up.
I will defend the weak at every opportunity. I will lend you my strength.
Come get it, Teferi. Come and get it. I guess I'm not sure quite what I need to draw, so I'll hold off on activating the map. This way, if Teferi comes down, minuses, bounces the map, we just beat the crap out of him. Take this! Have a Black Blade. Johnny's welcome. Our opponent with some life gain plans, and a Deputy of Detention. Okay. Well, we can handle that. Ah! Gideon strong. Scapeshift weak. We'll probably set an upkeep stop here. There's the Teferi. What are you gonna do, Teferi?
You show remorse, I'll show restraint.
What you got? Can't bounce the Gideon. Bounce the Deputy. Okay, this makes me choose which Gideon to keep. Gets rid of a Gideon, sort of, and then Deputy can return and take on the other. Alright, let's scry. There's a Pillage, let's take it. And we can drop off the Arch. So let's make sure we plus. We're about to lose all our loyalty, of course, to the Deputy, but then Planar Cleansing gets this Gideon right back.
I really should have seen that coming. Bravery wasn't enough.
Away with you. Alright, we've got an untapped land that we can use to keep churning our map. I like that better than the Scry here. And then Planar Cleansing is ready to roll as soon as we get this map flipped, and we're going to want to draw some cards off these treasures too, so... but keeping the opponent's other Teferi off the board, never mind, there it is. Well, I guess if you bounce my treasure map, I have no problem blowing up your stuff. Let's get a Scry for value. Don't need you. Deputy returns, perhaps? It's been an interesting scrap already with this opponent. They got plans, don't they?
Retreat.
Retreat! There's a shock, but I think we're just better off blowing up these cards. Boom. That way instant speed scape shift isn't happening, and that's a big deal. We don't want instant speed scape shift in our life. All right, more stars of extinction, please. We're going to need all of them, all of the stars. And we already dealt with 2 Teferis. How many are you gonna draw? Last zone is here. Can be a very annoying card. Still no Fields of the Dead on the field yet. That sounded redundant. And of course, the mighty Hydroid Crisis. All right, let's try sending in the Black Blade.
I believe in you.
How greedy is the opponent? Not that greedy. Good for them. All right, let's work our map. Let's hold off on using planar cleansing till the last minute if we can. Right now the opponent has to attack the Gideon because otherwise Gideon can minus to exile the Crassus, which they probably don't want to see. But that Crassus value is real. Oh, no, opponent's going face. They're not worried about the Gideon minus. Or they have another answer. Another Deputy of Detention, perhaps? Surely there's a lot of land there. These decks run obscene amounts of land, and there's a Plaza of Harmony without the gates to gain the life. But you do what you can do. I love running the Plaza of Harmony in my Scapeshift deck because sometimes that 3 life can be a game break, can just be such a big deal. Grow from the ashes. Go fetch. Do you have 2 more basics? Let's find out. If you're running Grow, you must, and there they are. Okay, and now is it Scapeshift time? No. They are getting all these lands onto the battlefield, but they don't have the Scapeshift. Or if they do, they're definitely being slow-mo about it. Phoenix? Sure. Can help me out against this Crassus.
Prepare for battle.
Giving a boost to the Phoenix doesn't do me any good. If the opponent has an instant speed way to interact with it, they can use it. Grazer says, I'll take on Gideon. Bird. Rejuvenator. Do we finally see a Field of the Dead? I don't think I've ever played against a Scapeshift deck this long without a Field of the Dead on the battlefield. But here we go. It's still happening. Reading up on Rekindling Phoenix. How's this card work? I will show you. No attack. And the opponent really anticipating this shock here. And here's the Scapeshift. So we'll be welcoming the zombies. We'll be trying to blow them sky high. Too bad Gideon exiles a non-land permanent. Opponent keeps some gates. Well, they kept the Blossoming Sands and the Thornwood Falls. Kind of an interesting choice. You do want to pace your lands out when you suspect your opponent might be able to deal with your zombie horde. Let's look at our top card and see if we like it. We're looking for more I'm looking for Stars of Extinction, but I'll take more cleansings, I guess. Yeah, I can't argue about more cleansing. Resolve. Did the opponent get a Field of Ruin? They didn't. All right, check yourself out. Do you like your top card? AKA, is it Hydroid Crassus? It is Hydroid Crassus! We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'd keep another scape shift in this spot. Alright, let's flip this map. No, don't need that. It's too bad I don't get to draw off the treasures this turn. We're going to have to blow them sky high. Alright, let's give this indestructible so that we get to attack with our Phoenix. I have become indestructible. Kaboom! And charge. Down to 12. Your play. Next turn we can do it again, and then we are another shock away, or the Banefire off the top for lethal, but I told you it was Hydroid Crassus. I told you it was Hydroid Crassus. It's always Hydroid Crassus. Make a bunch of zombies. My turn now. Another Phoenix. Okay. I don't want to blow up just these zombies just yet. Let's get rid of you.
One less fiend to fight.
Let's send in the attacks. See if the opponent wants to protect some life total. Looks like they do. Opponent well may be able to attack down my Gideon, but they'll have to give up some zombos. And then next turn we get the opponent to 5. It's in range. There's a Field of Ruin. That can make instant speed zombies. That's why I was wondering if the opponent would fetch it. I was surprised they didn't. Instant speed zombies are really good against planar cleansing. How you want to play it? It's a big bummer that we didn't draw more Stars of Extinction. Cutting back on the zombies really helps.
I surrender.
And is it another Hydroid Crisis? It usually is after a Hydroid Crisis on a very small deck. All right, we're grazing hard. We're grazing so hard right now. I would grow Spiral at instant speed. You've already seen that there are cards like Planar Cleansing. You've already seen how this works. All right, let's see. I'm gonna have to blow up this group. And that doesn't leave me enough mana to cleanse and Gideon, which is too bad. But, well, let's get in there. That frickin' Grazer. Doesn't block. I don't know about that. Down to 5. Boom. What you got? Does the opponent want to draw 2 cards? Do they want to activate field? All of the above, perhaps? Blast Zone charging up. Goes up to 4. That can blank 1 turn of Phoenix Beatdown. That's annoying.
This isn't a fight you can win. That's more like it.
Uh-huh. Not looking good, friends. But could always draw a Star of Extinction. Wouldn't it be nice if I drew Star of Extinction? And all the opponent's stuff got blown to hell. A mere 4 in the deck. Come on. Hook me up. I'll also take the Banefire. Would not complain about the Banefire. Wait a minute. Well, the opponent has the Blast Zone, but they tap too low. They can't sacrifice the Blast Zone. Oh my god. Did they have the Grazer. I need to get through the Grazer. Oh my god, they almost left themselves dead. Well, we can see if they forget about blocking. All I had to do was get through the Grazer. Ah. Which was a good effort. Alright. Don't need to play it out. I know I'm dead. That, ugh. Bad top deck. Bad. I'll try it. We're going to need the bridge cards, like a Pirate's Pillage, to get to cast these. Being on the draw, it's pretty slow. I'll probably keep a land here if I see one, but and that's a decent one. So yeah, we'll keep the district. District can do some work. Good old Esper. You forgot to thought erase me. I mean, I'm not complaining. So, Narset or... okay. I was going to say Narset or Teferi. So, the opponent plays the Narset, finds an Azcanta, probably feeling wonderful about life, the universe, and everything. We'll get down a Phoenix next turn, it'll get bounced, it'll get contempted, something sad will happen to it. But we'll just try to walk ourselves into a glorious planar cleansing before the opponent Elder Spells themselves, and Teferi emblems me. Legion's End. Thought Erasure. Yep, start the party. Finally, they remembered when to thought erase me. We knew it wouldn't be long. Planar Cleansing down. Kaya's Wrath down. And that has Kanta, sure. Not the good draw, that's for sure. Not what we want to draw ever. Hopefully Pirate's Pillage shows up so we can bin these things. Bellhaunt. Well, I guess that makes it a little less bad. Shock. I don't really want you in the graveyard, Narset. I don't want you helping the opponent flip the search. Gonna be a tough one. Drawn a bunch of blanks. We'll have to draw some treasure maps and some of our trinkets, some cards to help us gain some value. We can just wait, play this on end step or something. Another Bellhaunt? Yeah. Alright. We could have played that sooner, I suppose. It's definitely a weird case, though, where I also don't want it in the graveyard. No, we resolved that. Another one. You. So bad. So now the opponent knows that there might be a Star of Extinction at any time. They might find a Thought Erasure. They kept on top. That's a Thought Erasure, right? Has to be. The Great Equalizer. If you can't deal with the card, just take it from the opponent's hand. Alright. Oath of Kaya. Down goes the Phoenix. Now Legion's End to exile the token. So it is. 6 cards in the grave. Whether or not to play this. The opponent won't flip this if they know there's a star coming. Let's see if we can hold this and get the opponent to flip the Azcanta. They bin. Do they transform? Yes, they do. Now, obviously, if we walk into a Dovin's Veto, that's just very sad. But they don't play as many counters in Esper anymore. Teferi's kind of done that. Oh, we're looking for Thought Erasure. Our opponent's going for it main phase. They hit the Citadel. I guess I can lose to that card too. Yeah, that card will beat me. Oh well. Magic is fun. Some days you just don't have it, if you know what I mean. Some days it wasn't meant to be. Although, we'll hang out. Maybe our opponent will burn themselves so low with Citadel we can Banefire them. Maybe more Stars of Extinction will show up. Boom. 5. Instantly. Teferi. Here he is. Oh, man. And that's it? That's all you got? Weak, dude. I expected better. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough permanents. Okay, that resolved too easily. Let's see if we can punch our opponent with this. Not punching the Teferi, that's for sure. Life total right now is a big-time resource. When your opponent has a Citadel on the battlefield. Let's mark the upkeep just in case we actually get to untap with a permanent in play. Time Raveler. Our opponent knows about this shock. Should just throw it now. Like I said, life total's a resource. Opponent might go for some Oath of Kaya shenanigans with this Time Raveler. In fact, there's a good chance, being at 9, that they can burn us out here with the Oath.
I've got time.
They didn't bounce the treasure map or the Oath. Find that curious. I don't know. That's no respect. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they have other crafty ways to gain life. Definitely a sign of more life gain to come. And here's an Oath. So that's 1 Oath. This could have been 2 Oaths. See if we could have lost this game. 3 Oaths.
Right on schedule.
Think the opponent, maybe not lethal us, but close. Another shock. I don't think that's high impact enough. Not enough. Gotta get to the Banefire and the Star of Extinction. I think those are the only realistic answers here. Another Azcanta? Don't erase it. Jesus. How brutal. How brutal. That's how you be the best in the world at Magic, everybody. All right. Keep that life total under pressure. I wonder who thought that instant speed thought erasure was fun. Anyway, doesn't matter or anything.
Trust me, I have a plan.
So something I've done in the past, not saying it's right here, but the opponent could like put the Oath of Kaya in the deck and then get it with his Kanta. That would leave me at 3. You'd only need 1 more Oath to do the job. I don't know if the opponent plays 4 Oaths. I often do. That's another Oath. Every Teferi is an Oath if you want it to be.
Stand by and watch.
Down to 3. Can you finish the job? Has you the skills?
No time for a break.
Lyra, go to 4. Bold. Very bold. Holy cow. All right. Can I get lucky? Planar cleansing would set us back a lot too. I mean, no. Let's just go for the win. And we fail. Seeing another turn I don't think helps us. So, scoop 'em ups. This deck is a heartbreaker right now. What a heartbreaker. Okay, we'll try it. We've been in every game so far, and we haven't drawn a Pirate's Pillage in either of the last 2 games that were very close. And it is a key card. It keeps the velocity of the deck going, and it makes sure that we can play our sweepers on time, draw cards with our treasure coves. So I feel okay even though I've been losing. I feel like I'm better than I look, if that makes sense. Sometimes when I coach teams, I know they're better than they performed that night, and that's okay. You just have to keep trying. You gotta plug away. And then sometimes you're delusional and your deck is trash. You gotta know when that is too, but that doesn't feel... I don't feel like we're there yet with this build. Let's see what good old Mono Red has for us. We've got some things that are hard for them to deal with, like Rekindling Phoenix. Although, doesn't deal well with a Chain Whirler. Let's go ahead and pillage up. I don't want a second pillage. I want to make sure that next turn I can cast the stars, so... But I do run 26 land. I put faith I'll draw another land in the top 3. Yep. Easy. Easy mode. Alright, next turn, Star of Extinction. Let's see what our opponent plays. Epic! Yeah, pyromance me, baby. Have you ever pyromanced with the devil in the pale moonlight? 80s Batman fans, rejoice. We definitely blow up even a small amount of creatures. Chain Whirler is the best creature against Phoenix because blocking it isn't very effective. So we do want to get the Phoenix out there. All right, down to 8. As for life gain, we have a Deafening Clarion and we have Gideons in the deck, which can give lifelink to the Phoenix. So that's what we're looking to draw. You come on down. You die. All right. Halfway there, whoa, living on a prayer. Find Gideon. Let's go. Let's find it. Brutal. But I'm not done searching. I guess we hold back because of Lava Runner. Hitting the opponent doesn't really matter. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, we may have to cleanse that, but let's see what happens. Need a Gideon. Need a Gideon. How about a Gideon? Yeah. That's how you dig aggressively, kids.
Gideon Jura, at your service.
Lifelink.
I believe in you, friend.
Too bad I can't give Vigilance and Lifelink because now we're a little naked to an attack. But I think it's worth it to try to survive this. Yes. Yes! Dub's Frenzy. Scoop! Scoop! With Frenzy down? I was about to blow them both up, but the opponent doesn't need to know that. Holy cow. Alright. Alright, we endured. Alright. Recorded too long, gotta run. I hope that you enjoyed today's video of the Boros Epic Spells deck. It's not tier 1, it's not tier 2, it's probably not tier 3. It's kind of fun, and I'm just kind of scraping along looking for interesting decks and to play with cards I like. Planar Cleansing and Star of Extinction definitely qualify as cards that I enjoy, so I have no regrets making the video. If for any reason you didn't like the deck, wait till tomorrow. There'll be a new one, a different deck every day, and that's the CGB way. Thank you to our sponsors, Cool Stuff Inc., Esports Gold, for helping out with the channel, and patrons like you. Thank you very much for all my supporters on Patreon. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.